Let's see what's going on. Let's see if the mini screen's working. Oh, are we live? Oh, come on. Yes, we are live. So, Jello, good evening and welcome back to another Batman Tumbler. This is our second pack. So, let's go ahead and say Jello all in the chat, and then we're going to go ahead and grab our links out so you can come and join us on all the social media platforms like Discord. We also have Facebook, we have the Instagram, we have our Twitch account where we're doing all the live streams. I'm trying to get it somewhere else. We have our Twitter account, so hit that retweet and you get a shout out live on here. We have our family friendly YouTube channel, and we have our YouTube adult account. And on the YouTube adult account we have all the other Hachette builds that we're doing. And things like that. So yes, this is a viewer, a follower, subscriber. They have purchased a subscription service for this, and they are sending it to myself to build. So this is all basically can only be done by them. So a big thank you very much to them. Obviously they do not wish to be known on here, so we'll keep their identity as it is. So I could refer to him, she, her, anything like that. But yeah, they wish to be left anonymous, so we'll keep it that way. And we've literally just done a opening stream, and yeah, we noticed that there's a few issues which we'll cover in this episode as well. So if you haven't yet, pop over to all the social media platforms and give us a follow there, subscribe, or anything else that's required. You can also have a chat with us here. We'll obviously try and look at the chat box as we go and everything else. So let's see if I missed anything. Hopefully, if I've done it right, in the description are people that are we're subscribed to are doing the same build. If not, just drop us a message, say look, I'm doing it, and I'll add you to the description. And if I'm not yet, I'll give you a follow, and I'll get you obviously announced on the next one as a person that we're following and everything else. And again, we do not watch anyone else's builds until we've done our own, and then we'll give any feedback as and when. And yeah, I've got 1 and 2 over the backside, so I can't get hold of it just yet. But we'll move on to 3 and 4. So I'm going to head over to Twitter right now and see who these lucky retweeters are, and we'll get things kicking off. So let's get rid of this mini screen minute and go from there. So where's Twitter? Twitter's there. Thank you very much, Twitter. And no, got to go long way round. Thank you very much. Right, so here we go. So in no particular order, we have a Wabbit, we have Roy, and we have Claire. Thank you very much, you three, for being top 3 retweeters. If you do retweet afterwards, thank you very much, but sadly you've just missed out. And now we are going to dive straight on into 3 and 4 and the keyring. So we'll see how things go. So 3, 2, and 1. And here we go. So we've got issue 3, issue 4, and if you watch the opening stream, we've got the keyring, which is actually in 2 pieces instead of 1. So we'll obviously repair that in due course. And also the packet was already opened when we got it, so we obviously just got to be mindful, make sure everything's there, and then obviously packet 4 looks okay and all the eyelets are there. So I'm going to move 4 out of the way. I'm going to go into 3. So here we go, there's issue number 3, which is obviously kindly done from one of our viewers, buying the whole subscription. Perfect, thank you very much. This will only continue until the person obviously does the whole lot or wishes to end at any time. It's their choice, and we'll just build until we are done. It depends on how far we get. I might obviously take it over if we get close to the end and they can't afford no more, or they wish to stop, or other circumstances that happen. I'll most likely carry on paying for it. But yes, this is coming to me through a care of address and everything else. So now let's dive on in and have a look. So we've got a nice big panel there. looks like a couple of windows and wiper blades in this one. And yeah, I will follow the instructions as requested from the person that's doing all this for us. So obviously the instructions are in the back. So we will move on to the booklet first and have a quick purchase. Again, I'm reading from upside down. It's a little bit hard. I have a little tiny screen up there to look at, so I can't really read a lot of stuff as always. So obviously we know what's coming in the next issue, but that is the binder. I'm pretty sure the binder is coming in the next posting issue or delivery. So yeah, the binder looks right. I think I'll probably end up with 4 binders and cancel the 5th one because we can get away with that. But then again, it's up to the person that's doing it all for us. How does it steer? Well, obviously, give you information on how it steers, and then obviously we'll look at it when it's virtually built as well. The mechanism, 1939. Cool, that's older than me. Enter the Batman. So yeah, so we're going all that, and then obviously more about the comic book. Bob Kane, okay, and then obviously some more about the booklet, and then we've got these parts here. So we have 3A, which is obviously the front panel of the passenger compartment. Okay, so it looks like, no, that's the right way around. And then we have 3B and 3C, it's the right way around, which is left and right windows. And then we've got 3D and 3E, which looks like, yep, left and right wipers. So it looks like it's going to be quite easy one to do, and it looks like we've got all the parts there. Time to move on to it all. So this dive on into the package. Go from there. Cool. Rabbit's still got a bit of a sniffy cold at the minute, and she'll be having to pop out in a moment. She's got a few things to sort out, and then she'll be back in. Alright, so let's get rid of all this and move stuff to one side as we go. So we now need to get Windows 3B and 3C and then put them into the panel. Let's go ahead. Right, so that is a die cast. That's a nice hard bit, and then obviously these are plastic, and we can go from there. Hi there Claire, how you doing? Hi there Roy, how you doing? And it looks like the windows go in from the inside, so we flick it over. So then obviously we've got to flick the glass over as well, and then we've just got to try and match it up best we can. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, and you've got 5 pegs, and you've got 5 pegs, and that should just drop on quite nicely. It should hold in place. Identify left and right, red circles, fixing points, fixing pins. Do not use glue. So right, okay, we don't have to use glue. I've just got to try and get them over the pins. Right, so there's that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that's that in place. Looks alright. So we'll grab the other side, and same again, we'll just drop it in place gently, and then we'll just locate the pins and get them all together. Cool. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, persuasion to go on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just one more to go. 5. And just in case, there is an R and there is an L in the windows. But that should all match up quite nicely. And there we go. So yeah, so got to be quite careful there. Right, up next. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 now done. 7 done. 8. So on the wiper blades, 3D and 3E. 3D has an L on it, which should be. Right, so this one is 3E because it's got an R. We'll get that on this side. And we'll give it a nice line up, see where it's going to go, and then we'll gently get it into place. And again, do not use glue. And then the last one is 3D. Yeah, 3D, and just on the inside of the arm we have an L just inside there, and then we'll get that pushed in and adjust it quite nicely. There we go. That is all it is. And the box is now empty, gone done and dusted. And we'll bring it in, and it tells us the other side, and obviously we have all these parts in the next part, which is just over there. So we'll go ahead and do a quick 60-second ad break, and we'll get ready for the next part. So we'll go be right back, and we'll do a 60-second ad break. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So that ad break should be kicking in, and we'll get number 4 over and ready. Pop that part of the way, and everything else. We may even fix the keyring very shortly, and we'll start getting all the bits and pieces out and ready. Can't get to the actual box that I'm storing parts in, but we'll get to it soon. Yep, and we'll see how things turn out. So let's see. So the ad brake should be almost finished, and we should be getting there quite well, and so on. Let's see, so we're getting things sorted out. Yep, all done, dusted. Right, so a few more seconds to go, and then we should be back to it. As you can see, the video is going nicely. Right, almost done, so we should be raring to go. Just can't seem to get the other camera to work just yet, but we'll work on it, and we'll get things going. So welcome back from the ad break. Thank you very much if you had the ad break. It's very much appreciated, and we should be raring to go. I've just been given haven't been given thumbs up yet because the ad break seems to be going still. A bit strange, but hey ho, it is what it is. And yeah, alright. So here we go. Where is it gone? There it is. So, yep. Okay, we're back. Right, so 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So we're now back, and we are going to move on to issue number 4, and we'll get this all done. So there's 4. Open it up. There's the parts, and there's the booklet, and we'll see how things go from there. So let's go ahead and see what we've got, and then we'll check the parts to make sure they're there. They look like they're there, but we'll go. And obviously again, it says about the binder. We'll always keep the book as safe as possible because obviously it's all going over. The first Avengers. Okay. Oh, hang on, what's this one? Jumping into the void. Okay. Batman. Yes, I remember that logo when I was a kid. That was many moons ago. The Legend of Batman, and then here we go. So we've got all the parts here that we need to make sure we've got. So here we go. So we have 4A, which is the right hand stub axle. Sounds about right. 4B, which is the wheel pin. Alright, okay. Let's see what's next. 4C. I think it is underneath the brake disc there, which is the brake housing, which is underneath there. Then we've got 4D, which is underneath this silver one, which is a brake disc A. 4E is this top part, which is brake disc B, so obviously it looks like it's going to be vented discs. F looks like it's that piece there, which is the brake caliper. G is this piece here, which is the front right wishbone. H is this part here, and that is the right hand steering rod. Okay. I is that piece there, which is the steering rod's bracket. J looks like this piece down here, which is the right hand transmission. Okay. And K is this piece up here, which is the double connector screw. Okay. And then after that we have some screws in both parts. So we have SPs, AMs, GMs, UMs, AAM, and ABM. Alright, okay. So let's dive on in and see what we need to do. So first things first, we need the what was 4K? 4K, which is the double connector screw and the wishbone. So let's dive on in. And have a go look. Right, so all the pieces seems to be there. So we want the wishbone, which is die cast. I've just got a couple of grooves there, which looks like they've got to be facing us, because we need to use these two grooves in there for the 4K, which is the double connector screw, and the wishbone. So is there a small end, big end? Is there a locator? No. It looks like it just goes in and gets screwed in with the AM screws. Right, so there is, as you can see, one is obviously a bit more proud than the other side. One's in the middle, and it looks like that goes downwards and sits in there just like so. And then we want the AM screws. And there's the AM screws. So we'll grab two of those out. So we'll grab our screwdriver. I'm going to try our PH0 screwdriver. See if that will do the trick. There's one. It fits, so it should do the trick. So we'll obviously do what we normally do. We'll work the screw in and out. And see how it goes. Yep. You don't want to over tighten it. You don't want to strip the threads out. No movement, so that's a good sign. And again, we get another screw. Good. And see how that turns out. So here we go. Next one in. And let's just screw it in nicely. Work it in and out. There we go. Both sides are nice and sturdy. And there we go. So we'll leave it in that position so its shape is booked towards us. And then we'll move on to the next part, which is we need the 4H, which is this piece, which was, if I remember rightly, 4H, which is the right hand steering rod, and that I'll compare the pictures because obviously it's a little bit hard, so I don't like using pictures, but I've got to do it. So let's move that a little bit closer. So let's see, that is spun over. Got this little groove bit here where it sits in. That goes forwards towards yourselves, or away from me towards yourselves, and then that goes in like that. So what we do, we'll let that rest like that. Then we need 4I and AM screws. So that would be the steering rod bracket. We can get that out. Yeah. A steering rod bracket. And we need the AM screw. So let's place that in place first. Make sure we've got that in the right order. And then that sits on top. So we've got one side or one part where there's a little peg, and the other side gets a screw. Bit of a tight fit. Come on. There we go, tight fit, clips in, and we should be able to now screw just in there with an AM screw. So back to our AM packet, and we'll just go ahead again, work it in and out. You can use like little cutting oils and things like that, just give that little bit of lubrication to help you cut it in and screw it in nice and tight. And again, screw it in, but don't overdo it. And make sure don't pull the threads out. So that's how it sits. Ooh, get that right way around. Right, after that, we require our disc brakes A and B, which is 4E and 4D. And when you put them together, they should make a vented disc. There's one peg, two screws, and we'll put the peg and the two screws together, and that is your disc, which is a vented disc. And then we need SP screws. So there's the AM. So M, I would say, is a metal, and SP, P is plastic. Oh, that's what I'm going to suggest. Right, I want to carry on with my PH screwdriver. Hopefully that'll carry on. Yeah, that fits nicely. And again, you want to screw it in without stripping the threads out that you make. You don't have to work too much on this, but it does help sometimes. Because obviously this is like a more coarse thread on it. There we go. Obviously, again, do not over tighten the screws, because you will strip out all the threads that you just made. So there we go. So there's your vented disc, brake disc. I'll just take that to one side. Alright, so after that we want our 4B, which, yeah, come on. which is die cast. Obviously, it's not much of a good paint finish on it, but we'll see how it goes. And obviously 4B was the wheel pin, and then obviously on that we require 4C, which they call a brake housing. I would actually call that the back plate really for the brakes, and then that sits in such a way. Is it a model can go in two different ways? Yes, it can. So you want the L bracket there to one side, and then you want the open side for the caliper to sit in there, and then again you want the AM screws for that part. Back to these fantastic screws. There's one left after I take these two out, so it looks like we could be finished with the AM screws. Otherwise I might have to try and go to an ad break and then quick go back to the back of the office and grab whatever's in the previous issues. So we've got to try and work them in. Oh, there we go, in we go. Work it in nicely. And take it nice and easy, overdo it. Right. Okay, so that's holding. Yep, no movement, which is good. And we'll move on to the next one. Get that in. Right. I'm expecting a knock at the door soon, so hopefully they'll be here soon, so I can quickly go to an ad break and grab it. Right, so that is that. Does look a little bit proud. Now the brake disc goes on top. Spins nicely. But hey, that's what it is. So that spins around nicely. Then we want the brake caliper, which is this one here, which is the 4F, the brake caliper. It feels plastic. Yes, and because we need SP screws, I'm right, it is plastic. So then that just sits on there like so, with the screws in the back there. And obviously it just holds the brake disc in place, sort of thing. But if it was slightly bigger, I reckon they probably would have gave us a brake pads to go inside it. So let's go ahead and grab these screws out, the SP screws. I think we're now done with them as well. I think we will be done with these SP screws. And again, we'll just line them up and we'll get them in place. Just gently does it. That seems to be nice and tight. I'll have to slacken it off a little bit to do a fine adjustment so we can make sure the other screw goes in. Right, so come here. There we go. Get them in place. Alright, didn't have to slacken the other one off or anything, so that's them in place. So yeah, we do have a bit of a spin, but it's not lining up properly as we like it, but we'll get to it as we can. Alright, after that we want the knuckle. We want the 4A, which is the right hand stub axle. And then that goes in, so obviously is shaped. It has a square peg and a square hole. Goes in nicely. The back end. And then we need the AAM screws. So let's look for the AAM screws. GM, UM, AB and AAM. So there's 3 screws in there, so we'll only be using 2 of them. So we need 1 at a minute. Come on. So we'll get that, and then we'll obviously work it in there again, working it in and out. Lever wants to go. Just work it in and out. Should be okay. But it seems to be slipping a lot. Still a little bit of play in it. Let's try and get that in tighter, again without stripping the threads. There we go. Right, so that's that bit done. AAM. After that we need to put, we'll get the GM screws, for these ones, quite long threaded ones, and then obviously join these 2 up. Just on the inner part there, so these screws act like kingpins. So we need 1 in the top, 1 in the bottom, and then that's that packet done with. So again we'll take 2 out. And we'll use our plate screwdriver still. Put 1 in the top, 1 into the bottom. Make sure we've got it going out. Let's see, so that's not that. It seems like it's the wrong side. Again, got it all twisted around. Right, so it's like that. And then like that. There we go. So it's top one. That's sort of like holding. Let's get the other side in. And go from there. Come on. So let's get that there. Rock it in. Obviously we don't want it too tight because obviously it's got to move, but tight enough to hold. There we go, tight enough to hold. And everything else. Now, even in that position, doesn't seem right to me. Seems like it's backwards. Yeah. Just give it a flick over. Just looking at the picture and looking at that, it's right, but then it looks like it's backwards to me. So we'll get that way. Yep. Okay. There we go. Let's get that to hold. Come on. I'll get this one in to hold it then. There, come on the tip. On the tip there. Thank you very much. And then it starts to come off. Ah! Right. Get that there then. Try again. Oh, you want to come out? Right. It seems like it needs some extra fingers and thumbs. Right, let's just put them out a minute. Yeah, that seems to be lining up now. One screw, and we'll get them together. That seems to be holding out. Flick it over and get this side in. Alright, come on there, yay! Right, there goes you. Oh, out you come a little bit, there we go. And then we'll get you in. Right, so that seems to look a little bit better compared to the picture. And yes, we've still got movement, which is good. Right, then obviously we now need put that to one side because I don't really need that anymore. ESP, yeah, there's only one in there. AM, just one. I probably need one AAM still. So we need up next is that piece there. Ooh, excuse me. 4J, which is the rights referral transmission. So we need to try and work out how they go together nicely. And sits in. So that goes on there. goes there, and no, that can't go in like that. There you go, so it goes like that. Looks about right. So this one is the ABM. So grab an ABM. Right, ABM. That's the, because it's two in the packet, we only need one. It always gives us a spare one, which is great. And then a screw comes on from this side. A bit more. Work it in gently without obviously stripping the threads or ripping the head off. Don't go too tight, but tight enough for it to hold. And then that sits on there nicely. And so on. Right, so we need the UM, which is like a screw with a washer built onto it. And again, there's two in there, we only need one. Oh, there it comes. Okay, so we can put that onto one side. And now, ooh, that in there. Again, we've got to be careful not to do anything. It will jeopardise the screw and everything else. Come on. What fiddly. Come on. There we go. It's going in nicely. There we go. Got movement, which is good. Yep, so that's definitely got movement and it works quite well. Up next, oh, got to go to a quick ad break so I can grab the wheel. So be right back. I won't do the actual proper advert, I'll just leave it on the be right back screen so I can do a bit of adjustments and grab the wheel. Right, which is just down here. There it is, there's the wheel. And close them up. Oh. Bring this back out the way. Right, now here we now I've got to get the other little bits as well. Oh. Yep. Might as well just get everything out of the box. Right. Let's see. Right. Here we go. So we are now back, and we'll get the other little bits out. There you had. So there's them bits. So we need, oh, better get that away. Right, so we need the wheel to go on. So we've got to line that keyhole lug with the wheel. So what we do, we'll place it on and just give it a gentle spin until it's locked all the way through, which it has. And then we want the 2E, which is this little washer, and then we want the nut look thing as well afterwards. So let's grab them. Let's see them in there. So we want this washer and the AAM screw, which is this one here. That's one of them, and then that's now finished with. And that goes through the washer. And then that goes into the centre of the hub. Come on, in you go. Come on, there we go. And we just gently work it in. Here we go, it's going. Yeah, so that's all in. That's a nice bit of movement, but it rubs there, so that's not nice. Doesn't rub or join there, but it does rub that way. That's not a good enough design really, but it is what it is at the minute. And we should have the center hub, which then just pushes in there. There we go. So we've got one wheel with the mechanism ready to go. And then obviously in the next issue we have the front bulkhead and some parts. So yeah, can't wait for that. That's that, and that's that. So we are slowly linking the pieces together. I'll sort them out in a minute. Get some in there. Yeah, I didn't bring the other part out, but we'll get there. I will take a photo later and stick it on up. So there we go. We've got a few things there, and we'll get things sorted out very soon. Ooh. It's quite reflective. It's not what I would like, because obviously you don't want to see things, but there we go. So there we go then. So we'll go ahead and stick out our links once more for everyone. And obviously if you haven't yet, look in the description. The links are in the description as well, including the people that we're following and everything else. So a big thank you to the person that is actually buying this and then getting it sent to us. It's a big thank you to you, and we'll obviously do you proud and do what we can, and we'll get things all sorted, and we'll obviously have a chat. But we do have the Discord, we have the Facebook, the Fiverr store, the Instagram, we have our Twitch, our Twitter, our family friendly YouTube, and our YouTube adult account. We are also part of some of the Facebook group pages as well. You can find us there, and keep an eye out for what's coming up. So thank you very much for coming along, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Oh, come on, please stop. Let's do it again.